Riley Games coming at you with another Call of Duty Zombies stream, but not really. Completely lied to you right there. Actually, guys, we're doing the podcast today, so we haven't done the podcast maybe over a week now, I would think. We've been doing a lot of zombies though, but I really wanted to get another podcast in and just kind of talk to you guys. And but it is different this time. It isn't your usual podcast where I talk about just personal stuff that's going on in my life, which maybe some of you who do watch the podcast enjoy that part or that aspect of the podcast. We're actually gonna be talking about Call of Duty Zombies because currently it does affect my life in some kind of way, and basically, guys, we just got a new Call of Duty Zombies game, which is freaking awesome, and I think for the first time we have a Call of Duty Zombies like mode that hasn't been made by Treyarch that's actually good, and I think the community is really receiving it pretty well overall. And by the way, if there's anyone watching this, I am currently not watching chat. I'm gonna be in like about a minute. I just gotta set up stream here, make sure everything's all good to go. But nevertheless, where are we now? Where does this put us? So we're definitely gonna get DLC. There's certainly a lot more to come. But when it comes to what the zombies community has basically been playing, which is Black Ops 3 or anything older really made by Treyarch, now we have this. So, is World War II better than Black Ops 3 or really all of Treyarch zombies? Probably not. There's definitely not enough yet. And let's be fair, to beat Treyarch, you'd really have to pull something pretty special out of a hat. But we definitely have something that's really awesome to play, and I think that most people are agreeing that it is actually pretty damn good. It's a pretty damn good game mode, and they really did something right by giving us that bonus map, which I really liked, Groston House. It's probably, I don't know, I don't want to say the best. That wasn't even the word I was going to say. I don't want to say the hardest, but it's definitely one of the hardest zombies maps ever. And maybe it wouldn't be too much of a stretch to say it is the hardest zombies map ever. And now like you could say that these guys actually have this in their back pocket. They can actually say that this is the hardest map. They made the hardest zombies map. And it's not hard in the sense where it's just completely frustrating and tedious, like some of Treyarch's bigger maps that are difficult, but simply because there's just so much random stuff you got to do. This is hard because it's just difficult. It's close quarters, which kind of makes it a pain. But because of that, because of that, I don't know. I like it. Most people have been wanting a challenge, especially with Treyarch Zombies and what we've gotten from them recently. Because let's be fair, Treyarch Zombies is not all that difficult. It's actually pretty easy, and it got easier with Black Ops 3. They introduced a 3-hit system, guaranteed wonder weapon almost all the time as a buildable. You don't gotta rely on box luck. So there's a lot less randomness in Black Ops 3 than there might be in older Call of Duty Zombies games. And even in this game, I think they didn't add randomness, but what they did do was just add to the challenge. They made other aspects difficult, which I definitely appreciate because I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna be honest here. Actually, the main thing that was actually pretty frustrating for me when it came to Call of Duty Zombies was the fact that it was easy. Um, every time when I would do a 2-box challenge, say on Black Ops 3, it wasn't really a challenge, let's be honest. You can double pap anything, and it's friggin' amazing. So in that sense, the 2-box challenge was almost dead in a way. It honestly was. It didn't even matter what you got. It's like, oh no, I got the RK5 or the Shiva. It's like, you know what? I can actually run the Shiva if I double pap it. It doesn't matter. It'll work perfectly fine. It'll all be good. I ain't worried. But Uh, sorry, notifications just popped up. Anyways, but yeah, overall, guys, when it comes to it, World War II zombies, it's here, and I think it's here to stay. I wouldn't be surprised if Sledgehammer continues off this storyline in the future, because a big difference with World War II zombies versus, let's say, Infinite Warfare zombies. Infinite Warfare zombies is not going to stick around. There's not going to be a second one. At least not with the same characters, because let's be fair, it sucked. The gameplay was good, I'll say that. In many ways, the gameplay was pretty decent compared to Exo Zombies. And even then, Exo Zombies had a cool gameplay too. I mean, but it wasn't great. Exo Zombies wasn't great. World War II wasn't great. Whoa, not World War II. I meant Infinite Warfare. They weren't great, and especially Infinite Warfare, its storyline was so weak. It was terrible. I hated it. You didn't care about the characters at all because you basically those characters became new characters, and then they were supposed to fill in these roles, which they kept doing, which just seems so fake. And I don't know, I couldn't get along with that. I couldn't hop on that and be like, yeah, man, now I'm a rock star. And it's like, well, dude, you're being attacked by zombies. It's like, why do you care what you are right now? I don't know. I don't know. But the point is, they didn't take their own storyline seriously, and I think because of that, they lost a lot of people. Because I don't know, why would you care about characters that obviously the developers don't care about? You know, I don't know. It just makes a difference to me. It really does. And the thing that I like with this, they added a little prologue in World War II Zombies, a little prologue. Kind of get a little bit of backstory, a little cutscene right at the beginning, then a cutscene at the end. So it, it's like, and I know they did that for Infinite Warfare, but it was actually serious stuff. And they have a mission, and they're doing this, and then they get attacked by this huge zombie. But it actually matters. You kind of look at it and you're like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing. This is cool. I like this. Which brings me to the idea of the future of World War II Zombies. 1 second. Oh, damn it. I spilled stuff on. Okay. Yeah, no, I spilled some water on my pants, but it's all good. It'll dry up. It brings me to the idea of the future of World War II Zombies and where it's going to go. And I wouldn't be surprised if they continue this storyline in a second or third game, and they really, continue it to the point where it's like, okay, now they can kind of. I'm not saying that they're better than Treyarch, but they're definitely like a rival. They'll be rivals, which will probably encourage Treyarch to kind of make some moves in the sense of adding more stuff to their games. Because let's be fair, Black Ops 3 in some ways, was slightly lazy. And I'm gonna get back to that in just a moment. But here's the thing: World War II Zombies had a lot to prove, and at the same time, they didn't want to lose their fan base by adding all this new stuff and not getting, Black Ops 3's fan base, because that's a big fan base, big enough, anyways. There's a whole community around it, and you really want to get that. If you make the game unrecognizable, you're gonna lose that whole fan base, and in a sense, that free promotion, that free advertising that you kind of get from Call of Duty Zombies YouTubers like the Smith Plays and all these people that a lot of people from the Zombies community will look to say, okay, is this a good game or is this not? Should I buy this? Should I not? And they basically you know what you're getting when you get a Call of Duty Zombies game. And World War II is like Treyarch Zombies, you could say. But they added enough new stuff to the point where I'm like, okay, I like this. This is good. And I like that they changed things, because they changed things that I wanted Treyarch to change. And here's the thing. Here's the thing with Treyarch here right now. As far as we can tell, we don't have a double PAP system. Some people think that there might be, and I've seen some of the videos that talk about it and that make me believe that there might be a double PAP system, but the point is no one's figured it out yet, which I kind of love. I honestly hate double PAP. I hate double Pack-a-Punch. It's not, like, you're like, Chris, how can you hate it? Let me tell you, it killed the 2-box. It killed the 2-box challenge. Now a 2-box challenge matters again. Like, it's kind of nice. I don't know. Like, maybe it's just me, but I like not having the double PAP. Because the double PAP sometimes made things too easy. You could have a really crappy gun, and it's like, it's okay, I could just double PAP it. Another thing that I love is the fact that they changed Jug. Now, not everyone loves this, but overall, I don't think the Zombies community is completely against it. I don't think I've really heard someone make a video complaining about it. And that's okay, because it's actually pretty interesting what they've done with the 3 shield system, and it keeps you going back to Jug, which I'm not even kidding. On round like 30-something, I was still kind of etched for ammo. Like, sometimes I'd be like, oh, damn, I need some ammo, or not ammo, some health. I need some Jug. I only got, like, what, 10k points. It cost 10k points to, like, rebuy my Jug. I'm like, oh, damn, I'm going to go broke. I'm pretty damn sure I'm going to go broke. And on top of it now, like, since you don't have double PAP, you're going through ammo. So now you got to buy pack-punched ammo. So I'm just saying, I've never been at a point where I've had 50 to 100,000 plus points or jolts, which I like, because it kind of makes the game interesting. Because then you're like, okay, we got to be a little more conservative with the ammo. We got to maybe use this trap to try and get rid of this horde, because I don't want to use my ammo up on it. We're gonna take the other way because I'm down to like 2 shields now, and I don't want to have to like end up buying more armor. So we're gonna try and make this last. So you play a little more precautiously, which I like that because the game isn't so much making the like. Here's the thing. Here's the difference right now between Treyarch and World War II. In the recent Treyarch game, a big part of the challenge was how much stuff you had to do in the map, and that's cool. The maps are more complicated. The Easter eggs are complicated. Whereas with this map, you have a casual Easter egg. You do have a hardcore Easter egg, but you have a casual Easter egg, which is nice. It gives you your cutscene and all that. That's great. And I think that they did a pretty good move in doing that. It's kind of cool how they made 2 Easter eggs, which I like. But they did a casual Easter egg, and then their map isn't overly difficult to get the things that you need. To get your pack-a-punch, to get your Tesla gun. It's kind of like all pretty simple stuff. Not to say that Treyarch hasn't always been simple in doing that, but in some of their recent maps, it's kind of a huge pain in the butt. Yeah, I think that's fair to say. Anyways, yeah, like Zetsubu no Shima or Revelations was a pain for the power because you got to go all the way around and activate all the things. Not a pain where it's difficult, but just a pain where it's tedious. And it's not really where people want to be spending their time in that sense. The main thing that I love about World War II Zombies is that it's challenging, but not in the tedious way, in the actual challenging way, to the point where their zombies actually hit slower because they need them to. Because, let's be fair, Grossenhaus, you'd never make it if they didn't have World at War zombie speed when it came to their hitting. If they hit like Black Ops 3 zombies in Grossenhaus, you'd be dead. You wouldn't make it past round 10. I'm almost sure of it. If anyone wants to argue that, they can, but I really don't see how that would happen. And then also, guys, the final reg. Could you put in Black Ops 3 Zombies? Maybe. There is a lot of, I don't know, I guess they kind of really added a claustrophobic feeling, which was a pretty big change compared to a lot of Black Ops 3 maps that are really big and open. I think the only, like, really, I don't know, close quarters map would be maybe Zetsubu in some cases, depending where you are in the map, and then kind of Gorod Krovi, but at the same time, no, I would say kind of Gorod Krovi. There wasn't really a huge training area in Gorod Krovi, so Gorod Krovi and Zetsubu was only some parts which you could avoid or just go there between rounds. I think that it was really Gorod Krovi, the only kind of claustrophobic kind of map. Like, you don't have a whole lot of room to move, which I kind of like Gorod for that. But then again, it just ruined it. The fact that you had the Raygun Mark III and then you could just camp on those kind of catwalk things, it's like, okay, well, that's useless. I'm not going to try training down here in these crappy areas. I'm going to just go camp till round 50. Not really. I think I made it to like round 45 camping there. But still, round 45 camping is pretty damn impressive, don't you think? I think so. But anyways, that's the thing. That's the overall difference for me. It's Treyarch kind of went a more tedious route to make things difficult, a more complicated route, whereas World War II seems to be going in the more, and they really want the map to be challenging in the way that they making it claustrophobic. And they have these boss zombies, which not everyone loves, but I kind of see how they work, and I see why they have them too, especially since you got these slow zombies. And some people complain how there's no way you can't get hit by that club guy if you pass near him. But here's the thing. Honestly, you should be getting hit most of the time by the other zombies. And it makes a pretty big difference. It really does. You should be getting hit most of the time by the other zombies if they were Black Ops 3. So which one's my favorite? Honestly, right now, it's got to be World War II. Right now, World War II is my favorite zombies game for the simple reason that I'm just so burnt out on Black Ops 3. I have played so much Black Ops 3 that I just cannot anymore. It honestly just driving a pen through my eyeball type of tedious, no longer wanting to do-ness. But World War II, it's nice to have this new breath of fresh air, really, because honestly, I had a lot of hope with Infinite Warfare with zombies in Spaceland, because I wasn't too sure how they were going to handle the future games. And then I kind of saw how they changed characters each time. And then with that, I don't know, I lost interest after. Like, I tried to keep going with Raven the Redwoods, but after that, I was like, no, this is not great. But honestly, Zombies in Spaceland was probably their best map, which I really liked up to date. Now, I'm kind of saying this because I've only played 2 of them, Rave and Zombies in Spaceland. I don't know about the future maps, but definitely though, Zombies in Spaceland was actually a pretty fun game. I really liked it. But once again, it was gameplay, and there was no challenge. It was so open. You could get 5 perks, which you can in this map too. But let's be fair. There are no 5 perks that are all useful. I mean, unless you want to get the melee perk or maybe what else? I guess Jolts. I think they fixed Jolts. I think Jolts was broken, or not Jolts, but like the electric cherry basically was broken when the game came out. But I think they fixed it now with an update. I'm not sure. But overall, like, the thing is, you have World War II zombies, Infinite Warfare zombies, and Black Ops zombies. Those are the 3 current zombies modes. Which one is the best? Most people would say Treyarch. Second best would now have to be World War II. And then the shittiest one, the crappiest, the worst of the worst, is now Infinite Warfare zombies. So I'm thinking they're going to trash Infinite Warfare. There's no future in that zombies mode. It's done. World War II, it depends on what they do with DLC, obviously, but it's looking pretty promising. Like, I'm liking it. The storyline is serious, and the gameplay is difficult enough to keep me coming back. And the thing that I love, which, by the way, we're looking at the main screen here right now, but over here you have Soldier, right? You can make your own classes. Like, how cool is that? That has never been done in Black Ops 3. Like, that's new, you know? And I just love that. How can you, like, not like this? This is awesome. And it just adds so much replayability. You could start out with the sniper and have a sniper's only challenge, and that's just cool. I don't know. It's just awesome. It changes. It offers so much, like, chance to do something different with the game, which I love. I think it's really smart on their part, because it's adding a lot of replayability, which in some ways you'd think Black Ops 3 would have kept it. The thing is, Black Ops 3 was difficult in its tedious way, right? So, like, yeah, it's difficult to do the Easter egg and do all the steps for the Wonder Weapon, but you know, it's like, that's not replayability. That's you having to redo those things every time. It's just the same thing over and over again. Whereas in this, yeah, it's kind of the same thing. You need your Black Ops and your Black Ops. You need to do your Easter egg. You don't need to, but, like, you should, and, you know, get your Tesla gun the same way and turn on the power the same way. But at the same time, that's not the difficult part about it. That's not the difficult part about the map. The difficult part about it is the more claustrophobic feel that these maps have, and the replayability. The replayability comes from that more claustrophobic feel, that challenge that comes with those boss zombies, and also the fact that you can have a different setup every time, which is just friggin' awesome. I love it. I really do. So where do we go from here? What's the verdict, really? What's the verdict on it all? World War II Zombies, guys, is here to stay. It's going to be a good game, and I love it because it's going to stop, and this is me coming back to that thing where I said Treyarch got lazy. It's going to stop Treyarch from being lazy. In Black Ops 3, there was one improvement, two new things, okay? 3-hit system, okay? And gumballs. And 1 new perk, Widow's Wine. So that's 3. I said 2. I lied. There's 3. So they count 1 new perk, the gumball system, and the 3-hit system. Okay? Which has affected every zombies game that came out after Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare, and World War II. There is now a gumball type system with each one of these games, World War II and Infinite Warfare, which aren't directly gumballs, but still close enough. And then you have, Widow's Wine was really more of a Black Ops type thing, but that's one of their new perks. That was the only new perk they had that year for zombies. And then you have the 3-hit, which everyone has followed by, and I think that's pretty much the norm now for zombies. And I'm not going to lie, I was kind of hoping the World War II was going to have a 2-hit system, but I kind of see why they have the 3-hit system because of the way that it works with their jug that they're using, their armor system. So in that sense, it kind of works. But yeah, Treyarch got lazy, guys. I feel comfortable saying that. I think in many ways, most people can kind of agree with me. Because most people, every DLC with Black Ops 3, I remember this was huge on Gorod Crow V2. you had I think it was T-Lexify or even the Smith. I don't know who I was watching. They were like looking at the that screen shot or that like dynamic layout or whatever it was, like a picture that you got for Gerard Crovey before it came out. Like it was like a poster or whatever, and you could see it really all it was a flame. All it was a flame that looked kind of like a weird perk machine. And a lot of people thought, "Oh, this could be Banana Colada. Guys, this could be it. This might finally be a new perk or a perk that'll help us resist fire or something." Like people were getting excited for it. And every DLC people wanted a new perk. Everyone was waiting for a new perk. Now here's the thing. We might have every perk that we could possibly have now. That's possible. The point is they didn't innovate that much. Okay, I would have said it after Black Ops 2 that they had every perk that they could possibly have, and then they came out with this weird perk called Widow's Wine that everyone loved. So can they think of new perks? Yeah, they probably could. So where does that put us? Where does that put us? Well, it didn't put us anywhere because Treyarch didn't have to have a new perk. They had nothing to worry about. It's like, what are you gonna do if not play our zombies mode? Are you gonna play like Exo Zombies? I don't think so. Afterwards, like you're obviously not gonna play Infinite Warfare. So they were in a really comfortable position. But now we have World War II. Okay, this is like Xbox versus PlayStation. Honestly, it really is. PlayStation and Xbox have been rivals now for like I don't know. I'd say a decade, maybe. Something like that. Something like that. Which has forced them to innovate. Hasn't always been successful, but they still need to innovate. They had the Kinect. Then they had their motion controls for a bit, which honestly they kind of took from the Wii, because the Wii had that first. But they were always trying to innovate and one-up each other. Look at our super epic 4K resolution and all that. It's like, well, you know what? You know what? Well, you can't... Hey, sweetheart. You can't always... How would I say this? It doesn't... They forced themselves to innovate. They really did, because they had a rival. Whereas with Treyarch, you didn't have a rival. There was no rival. Nothing beated Treyarch Zombies. Everyone else knew it, including Treyarch. But now with World War II, we might actually see Treyarch innovating more. Now, I'm not saying that World War II is better, but it's definitely enough of a contender to force Treyarch to be like, okay, guys, we need to make sure that we have a wicked awesome Zombies game this year. Because it actually matters what we're going to be doing. Because, like it or not, World War II could be in a position where they could patch Treyarch. Then most people are going to be like, well, I can't wait till the next World War II game, or the next Sledgehammer Zombies game, but for now, I guess Treyarch is going to have to do. And I don't think that's ever going to happen. But you see what I mean, guys? Like, the fact that you need rivalry. You need this kind of rivalry, and Treyarch's never had it, and I think that's why they got lazy in Black Ops 3. So I think when it comes to the future of zombies, it's actually going to get even better after this, because honestly, I'm kind of hoping that this is going to really make them innovate and try and do some different stuff. Because I think that zombies isn't getting old, but it is the same thing all the time. And I think most people are okay with that. But we're going to start seeing some new stuff, which I think a lot of people are going to be okay with. As let's be fair, Black Ops 3 was good. It was a good game, but it didn't innovate. It was a rehash of all their old stuff in a lot of ways, which is fine. They're in a position now where they can do that, but I'm kind of hoping World War II helps take them out of that comfortable position. And it's like, okay, guys, let's do some new stuff. Let's take some risks, and we'll see how that goes. Anyways, guys, that's really that right there are my thoughts on World War II and where zombies is going in the future. If you liked the video, feel free to hit that like button. It'd be very much appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, which I doubt, because I think only subscribers are really going to see this, but if you are new by some odd, rare chance, feel free to hit that sub button. Be also very much appreciated. And yeah, guys, that's really that right there are my thoughts on where zombies is going, and what we're probably going to see in the future. So, anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.